influences indicate the existence of spirits at work in human life. So this is getting kind of deep. Spirits at work in human life, and so on and so forth. Be as it may, even in the absence of recent proofs to the contrary, such explanations are wrong because there is no warrant for charging everything to spirits when no other solution is available. So they're saying that it's not spirits, it's essentially the other mind. The existence of two minds, one physical and the other psychic, is certainly not proof of the work of spirits. That's true, it's not proof of the work of spirits. Mind, at its common estimate, is mysterious and wonderful. Even the mind of the animal, or the intelligence of the cell and protoplasm. This cell in protoplasm is assigned the work of reproducing the whole body, organs, attributes, heredity, and character of generations of ancestry. They call it a cell in protoplasm. We call it DNA. All in a nucleus so small that only a powerful microscope can look upon it, and this power is far more wonderful than the processes of the other mind in man. So they're saying that the power of the cell to recreate is far more wonderful. That, the power of the cell to carry all this information is far more wonderful than the processes of the other mind in man. Okay, well, let's talk about that a second. What are they saying about the other mind in man? They're saying that the other mind in man essentially is considered the subconscious, and it influences the conscious mind of man. And it is a well-known fact that this subconscious can, what did it say? I can't find what it said. But anyway, interesting, two minds. The existence of two minds, one physical and the other psychic, is certainly not proof of the work of spirits. Mind at its common estimate is mysterious and wonderful, even the mind of the animal, or the intelligence of the cell and protoplasm. Now, number 7, Dr. Moll, the well-known investigator and author, Dr. Moll, M-O-L-L, said that deferred action following suggestion is like the working of an unconscious mind springing into action by invoking the will of the conscious mind, thus showing the opinion that there are two minds. So this is an investigator and an author who said that deferred action, meaning action that comes later after suggestion, is like the working of an unconscious mind springing into action by invoking the will of the conscious mind. And he says that as a result, that there are two minds. In all cases of deferred action, the subject, when awake, naturally has no recollection of the suggestions that have been given during hypnotic sleep. But when the moment for action comes, he all at once acts and cannot account for the impulse except to say that he could not withstand the purpose to do it. Such phenomena throw a strong light on many stories of supernatural apparitions, and show how useful hypnotism may prove in the hands of competent observers as a key to all such problems. Here we find an idea impressed on the unconscious mind, and lying dormant for months, brought into action by the simple lapse of time, as certainly as a piece of clockwork can be set to run down at a fixed hour. A servant girl who many years before had lived in a home where a clergyman read passages from a Greek Testament, which her ears had unconsciously taken in, was able in the delirium of fever to repeat accurately long passages in perfect Greek. In her years of consciousness, she could not have done this had the prize been £1,000 a line for such reading. But her other mind, having absorbed the words, gave evidence of its all-powerful nature by reciting the verses freely and correctly. The numerous cases of wonderful memory may be explained on the same principle. The other mind is all-powerful. Now, that's very interesting. What is this other mind that's all-powerful? It's knowledge, right? That's what they said earlier, that this other mind is knowledge. And is it our knowledge? Is this other mind our mind beyond a veil? Or is this other mind access to all knowledge? And a question comes, oh my goodness, like when we talk about the mastermind in the Law of Success page, we talk about the mastermind and how the mastermind, when two or more minds come together, they can act in a spirit of harmony and create a third mind or another mind. So this is the end of our session. You can find us at facebook.com/etherspace. That's AETHERSPACE. Come join us there. And we should still be recording on our Facebook page. And we are recording now, and we are still live with Ether Space. You can find us at www.facebook.com/etherspace, AETHERSPACE. But getting back to number 8, Dr. Russell Sturgis, Sturges, has reported an interesting series of cases which he had treated by hypnotic suggestion. He cited that of a young lady who was a chronic invalid, suffering greatly from internal neuralgia. Her ill health was caused by a mental shock, which she sustained by an accident to her brother, brought on, as she thought, through her fault. She had urged him to ride on a horse that was not thoroughly controllable, and the horse threw him and broke his arm. He recovered perfect health, suffering no inconvenience from the accident afterwards. Yet she could not relieve herself from the belief that she was to blame. Dr. Sturgis found that she was the victim of this morbid idea. Her friends had often argued with her and endeavored to induce her to get rid of the anxiety and remorse which she suffered at all times, but to no effect. Dr. Sturgis put her into a hypnotic sleep, and while in this state, she was told that she would awake and be free from the false idea that she was guilty of causing the accident to her brother. 3 treatments, brief and of decided nature, served to completely cure her, and her body was free from the pain. In the foregoing case, it can be plainly seen that the friends of the girl appealed to her conscious mind, and without result, while the other doctor put her conscious mind to sleep. He appealed to her other mind, and this swayed her belief and brought on the cure. No surer proof of the existence of 2 minds could be asked for. The same physician reports a case of a woman who quarreled with her father immediately before his sudden death. She accused herself of being an accessory to this fatal attack by reason of this quarrel. After a few weeks, it was observed that she had become the victim of chronic melancholia on that account. By the use of hypnotism, he put her to sleep, told her that on waking, she would not believe that she was in any way guilty of her father's death. And this idea finally prevailed, and she was completely cured. Number 10. Dr. Woods treated by hypnotic suggestion many cases of illusional insanity, completely restoring normal minds. This is done on the same principle as that stated in the cases just cited. So there's a principle at play in perhaps hypnotism where they're able to treat the other mind, or the other mind is influenced, which is able to treat the conscious mind. this thing called illusional insanity has been treated by hypnosis, according to this Dr. Woods. And he's actually restored normal minds. Number 11. And this goes on for a little while here. We're getting at least into 17 of these, so I'll try to speed it up. Dr. Professor Forel, Forel, in his Zurich address to the Congress of Neurologists, gave it as his opinion that hypnotic suggestion could cure drunkenness, as it enabled the drunkard to take the decisive step in the remedy. Dr. Van Eden of Amsterdam likewise cured both drunkenness and the opium habit by hypnotic suggestion. Had the man been subjected to the entreaties of his friends or the advice of doctors, only his conscious mind would have been reached. And this is the weak part of humanity. Control for reformation of any kind must first be secured in the other mind, and once this has been aroused, it will pass the authority on the conscious mind, and it will pass on the authority of the conscious mind, and that will be fixed in the new idea of improvement. Now, I am convinced